Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. As you can see, I did another video. I don't know if I'm gonna do this one first or if I'm gonna do the other one first, but I'm basically having the same thing. I'm cute, girl. So this video is my cheerleading tryouts experience. Now, I know a lot of people like, really? But I'm gonna tell you guys, it is not easy. It's not. And I'm basically gonna tell you like my timeline history when it comes to cheerleading tryouts. If you're somebody who is in middle school, who's in elementary school, 'cause I don't know exactly what years they do this now. So if you're somebody who is like in elementary, middle, high school, college, whatever, and your dream is to become a cheerleader, I am living witness to tell you, do not let anything hinder you from becoming what you want to become. If you don't make it in elementary school, try it again in middle school. If you try every single year and you don't make it, try it again in high school. Keep trying until you make it, because some people don't want to see you do what you want to do in life because they just jealous of their own self and they're in their own skin, because they know who you are and they know what talent you have. And sometimes people don't want to see that. If you know you have what it takes, then don't let no be an answer for you. And with that being said, I'm going to give you guys my story. Ever since I was probably like 4 years old, I wanted to be a cheerleader. I remember being in elementary school and I would see the mascots and the cheerleaders. They would come to the elementary school from the middle school to give us pep rallies, and they would sign like they were like celebrities and take pictures, and I was just like, oh my god, I love their outfits. I want to be a cheerleader. Like, this is so unfair. Like, I have to be a cheerleader when I get to middle school. Like, that was my ultimate goal. I didn't care about nothing else in middle school but to be a cheerleader. That's all I was waiting for, was to try out for cheerleading. So I end up moving to a different city. So I wasn't able to be a cheerleader originally at the school that I wanted to be a cheerleader at because I moved. So I was just like, really? But, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try out at my next school. So my 6th grade year, I couldn't try out because they try out before that school year starts. So when I was in 5th grade, they had tryouts for 6th grade. So I didn't know anything about it. So I couldn't try out for my 6th grade year. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try out. I'm going to try out for my 7th grade year. I'm going to practice. Since I never cheered before, I'm just going to just start jumping and just start doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like the little cheers that I know, I'm just going to practice on those so I can be able to be good when it's time for tryouts. And my first year, I did kind of okay. You know, I was kind of new to tryout world for cheerleading. I didn't know what to expect. I just went in there and I did it. I thought I did a pretty good job for my first time, but I didn't make it. So I was very hurt because, like I told you, ever since I could think of being a cheerleader, I wanted to be one. So I went home and I was bawling. I was crying like my eyes out because I was so hurt that I could not cheer that year. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to try it again. I know what to expect. I know better now. So before tryouts that next year, I practiced. I practiced. Like every time I went home, I just went home and I practiced. Like I wanted to make sure that I was going to be on that squad my 8th grade year. Tried out. At first I did a bomb job. Like after I got done trying out, everybody was like, "Hey, Whitley!" So I was just like, I did good. You know, I felt good about myself because, like, you know what, I'm doing it this year. I got it. This is I'm on the squad. Then they called me and 2 other girls back up there. And I felt like I wasn't going to make it because one of the girls that sent back up there, to me, she did horrible. So I was just like, WTF? Really? So at that point, I lost the hope that I had. And I didn't do good because I was pissed. So I didn't make the squad again. And one of the girls who won the 3, she made it. So instead of it being the 3 girls who probably did worse, they was choosing one of us out of those 3 girls to see who's going to be on that squad. And since I slouched back down, I didn't make it. So I kind of blame myself for that one. But still, I know I did better than her. So I don't understand why she made it, you know. So I was just like, whatever, you know. It is what it is. And I decided to try out for my 10th grade year going. I didn't try my 9th grade year because I was just like, you know, I just don't feel like it. So I didn't do it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try out again for my 10th grade year. I'm going to see. But I ended up moving. I did the tryouts, but I don't think I made it. So I was so hurt too. I'm pretty sure I cried. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure. Every time I didn't see my name on that list, I bawled. So I moved to a different school because my school said that they were getting uniforms the next year. And I was like, me? Wearing uniforms? No, boo-boo. Bye-bye. I'm going to a different school. So since me and my mom and my brother, we already had moved from that city anyway, and we were just commuting because my mom was a teacher. So I just stayed at the school I was at because she had to come there anyway to work. I'm like, well, since y'all having uniforms, I might just go to the school where I'm currently living at now anyway. So goodbye. And so I left because I'm like, I'm not wearing uniforms. No, I want to dress the way I want to dress. I'm not finna be tied down by khakis and white collared shirts. Like, no. Like, me? No. So I moved. And I told myself I'm going to try it one more time. And if I don't make it this time, then that just means that obviously I may not have what it takes to be a cheerleader, because they don't know nothing about me. They don't know my parents. My parents don't know anybody at school. I truly feel like at my middle school that my mom used to work there, and her and that principal at that time did not see eye to eye. So I feel like that was one of the main reasons too why I didn't make it. So I was just like, if I don't make it this time at a different school, then I'm just not meant to be a cheerleader. And this is now going on my 11th grade year in high school. And remember, I've been wanting to be this and since I was little. So my going on my 11th grade year, because again, my 10th grade year when I moved to this new school, again, they already had tryouts. So I couldn't try out. So my 10th grade year before tryouts, I practiced. I had put weights on my legs, around my ankles. I walked with them on my legs during school. I do not advise you guys to do this because they do give you knee problems. So I wouldn't advise you to do that because I'm suffering from it now. But yeah, I wore weights on my legs. I stretched like crazy. Like, I practiced harder than I've ever practiced before that year. I was just like, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm just not gonna do it. So I went in and I went hard. I went in like nobody can beat me. I'm not letting nobody be better than me in nothing. If you dance good, I'm dance 2 times better. If your forms are good, I'm gonna have forms that's 2 times better. I wanted to make sure I outdid everyone because I didn't want nobody to be above me. I wanted to make sure that this time I'm going to make the squad. And usually for cheerleading tryouts, they last like Monday through Friday. You have tryouts starting Monday and it lasts all the way to the actual tryout date on Friday. Well, on Wednesday during that week tryouts, the coach came up to me personally and asked me, which team did you want it to be on, football or competition? And I was just like, they didn't go up to nobody else but me, and I was like, what? But I knew at that time I was scared of heights, so I knew I couldn't do competition because, you know, I'm kind of skinny. I knew I was gonna be the first thing in the air, so I was just like, football. So, you know, I was very surprised and very excited because I basically made the team before tryouts even happened, you know, and I knew right then that I had what it took to be a cheerleader. It was just that stupid coaches at other schools was hating on me or my mom or whatever, where they didn't want me to live out my dream. And once I went to another school, I made it before cheerleading tryouts even finished. I was so pissed. But you know what? I was so thankful because that lets me know that you didn't stop me. You don't stop nothing that I do. I create my own picture. Yeah, I may not have been able to do it when I wanted to, but I still was able to do it. So I was happy about that. And I made cheerleading tryouts. I even ended up taking one of the old girl spots on the squad. So, you know, so I made tryouts for my 11th grade year, and I made it again for my 12th grade year. Even like throughout my 11th grade year, I had compliments too on my cheerleading skills, and I was so overwhelmed and so excited because I didn't receive none of that at my old school. I didn't receive none of that. Even during college, I even went a step further and said, you know what, I'm gonna try out for college too. And I tried out for college, and I made a college cheerleading team. So that even made me even more overwhelmed because not a lot of people are able to make a college cheerleading team. You know what I'm saying? So I was very thankful that I was able to do that, and a lot of people are not. So I was very happy that I was able to make a college cheerleading sport. So that really lets me know that I had the talent all along. It's just a matter of the right people seeing it and believing in me, because they knew what they saw. Instead of hating and overlooking what I had, they actually accepted it. So I'm basically telling you this whole story, and I also became captain too at my college, so my next year. So that's just basically telling you guys that don't let nothing stop you from joining the cheerleading team or the chess club or the basketball team, or if there's guys, the football team, soccer, tennis, volleyball, whatever. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do what you want to do. If that's what you believe, then you need to do it, because can't nobody stop you from living your dream but you. And that's mainly the main thing that I gotta say. If you don't live your dream, it's because you didn't put in your effort. You have to put in your effort and believe that you can do what you want to do. Don't let nobody stop you from living your dream and living out what you want to become. Even if you're older and you're thinking about having a job at somewhere that you never thought was impossible to get. If you have that mindset, you've already failed. And I'm just letting you know that. If you already have that mindset of failing, then you're gonna fail, because you're already putting yourself down. If you know that you can do whatever it is that you want to do, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's a sport, if it's a chess club, if it's a club, if it's singing, if it's dancing, if it's being an actress, singer, entrepreneur, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever. If you know that you can do it, then start now. You want to be a lawyer? Read law books. If you want to be a doctor, read some medical books. You know, learn about the basics. Go to nursing. If you want to be a doctor, you can't be a doctor before you be a nurse, I don't think, anyway. I would want you to be my doctor if you want to nurse first. I'm just saying. But yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. It's really up to you. One of the things I love to say is life is like a book, and you write your own story. You write the pages to your book. If you're letting this person dictate what you're going to do and this person tell you what you're going to do, they're writing your storyline, not you. Because once you pass away, your life be remembrance of what other folks told you to do and not what you wanted to do. You need to make sure that your life is painted by a picture that you created. I know with me, if I don't want to do it, if I don't like it, then I'm not going to. You don't choose what I'm going to do. And I will let you know that. Or you think this is going to happen, but I'm going to let you know how this is going to work. In Whitley's world, it goes by what Whitley says. I'm the director of my life. I create the pages. You don't. Yes. And I just wanted to let you guys know that. Don't let nobody bully you to think you can't do what you can do. If you have bullies, people, that's another thing. If you have bullies, then just ignore them. Let them know you don't faze me. You know what I'm saying? You just need attention. You need attention. Create you a Facebook, create you a Snapchat, create you an Instagram. Get your attention from somewhere else, because you're not about to get it with me. You know, ignore the crap out of them like they don't even exist. I had bullies and I just ignored them, and they didn't like that. I don't care, you know. So you don't stop no show here. You don't. Oh, you want to bully me? Yeah. I hear you. Okay, you said something to me. No, girl, you can have it. Goodbye. You know, don't let nobody bother you. Bullies can swerve left. You know, they can do that. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tear you down. Because at the end of the day, real talk, them same bullies that was bullying you, when you get older, they're going to be doing nothing with their life. You're going to reflect back and see that you're doing better than all of them. And then, guess what? Karma is a pain, because now they're catching it. God don't like ugly. And if you're a bully, then I'm talking to you. God don't like ugly, and you're going to get yours. Don't be picking on nobody because you have insecurities. That has nothing to do with nobody else but you. You need to do some self-evaluations. But anybody, like I just say, and I'm going to leave it at this. I'm done with the rant and my story time. So stay smart, stay true, stay fabulous. My name is Whitley, and I'll see you guys in my next video.